Looking back, my EIU experience, I think, was incredibly valuable to both my life and my career, just because you had to interact with so many new people all the time, whether they be teachers or people in the campus leadership or just friends, and you had to deal with people that were, having trouble. You had to all the things that you do in business or life. You learn on a campus. That was my first time away from home and away from mom and dad, and had to learn how to operate and function independently. And I just think it was a great environment for us to do that.
Yes, I think having those 4 years at Eastern Illinois University really was a time for me for just beginning to open up and realize that it was okay to move into adulthood, to not be frightened of it, that there are people there who are going to support you through everything, and yeah, just prepared you for the outside world, really, in a very safe, good environment.
Looking back, it's hard to remember exactly the specific time frame, but I was very close to my fraternity, and a number of us had stayed in touch over the years. And I believe we got back at homecoming one year, a number of us on campus, and then we had met a number of people, and we knew the business school was starting a campaign, and then I met Jackie Joins, who's helping us do this interview, and she found out what I was doing and where I'd been and what was going on, and one thing led to another, and invited me onto the business school advisory board, and then was involved in that, and then the campaign for the Lumpkin College of Business, and then when I became a foundation member, and then went on the foundation board, and then I'm currently the president of the foundation, and this is my last year on the board, but it's been a wonderful experience all along the way.
With everything that Jeff was doing, it was easy to reconnect. I just sort of sat back and watched him go, which was really wonderful, and I was fully supportive of it, because we felt that we had gained so much as EIU graduates that we really needed to be able to give back, and so it was very, very easy to get reconnected.
Number one, it's the right thing to do, and number two, to whom much has been given, much is required, and so we don't really see it as a sacrifice. We see it as an opportunity to bless an institution that's blessed us so much over the years.
I'm not sure there's anything I can add to that. It's exactly right. We just know that much was given to us. It was our turn to give back, and really a privilege to be able to do that. We really felt blessed.
Over the years, one of the things that we do support, obviously, are the Lumpkin School of Business. Since I was a business school graduate, I've got a soft spot in my heart for the business school. So from having named a couple of auditoriums between my, our fraternity, and then Lila and I think sponsored one classroom, and then we've done the securities analysis board with my fraternity brothers again. Currently we're funding a scholarship for business school students, so most of it revolves around the business school, because I think that was so important to what ultimately was my financial success anyway.
Well, I think it sort of goes along with what we were saying earlier, that it's sort of a privilege to be able to do that. It means a lot to be able to look back and reflect and know that just as there were people there to help us along the way, we could now be those people who reach out and help other EIU students who might need a little help along the way. So it's been a real honor to be able to do that.
What's special about it today was what was special about it the day that I walked in. It's just all the excitement and energy every time you walk on the campus. It's the honor and recognition that has been bestowed on Lila and I as a result of being involved and engaged, having received an honorary doctorate and distinguished alumnus, and all those things are neat and nifty, and you remember them, but I'll still just remember those 4 years as cherished time, and I'll never forget that.
And I think for me, what's really special about it is all of that, being able to go back and still feel that energy there, but also to see that Eastern is really a vibrant university, that it's really growing. It's not struggling. It's very much alive, and that it produces so many wonderful people who step out there into the business world or whatever area that field that they might have been prepared for at Eastern. They're just ready to go when they get out there, and to see them to go back and see the students still being excited and living life the way that we did, and to see the university grow, it's just been a lot of fun.
If I could encourage others to give back, I would say spend some time reflecting on your experience at Eastern. Not so much where you are today and can you afford it or can't you afford it, but why is it important to give back, and do you see it as an opportunity? Do you see it as a way to bless others? Do you see it as a privilege as opposed to an obligation, or somebody from the foundation board tracking you down and asking you to for money for this, that, or the other thing? As we all know, government funding is being cut back in the state university system in Illinois, and I know our budget's being cut dramatically by the state. So we're going to have to actually have more people willing to give to balance the budget over time. I think in the long term, it's the private citizen who will save the public system.
I think for me, when I think about what I would say to people, I think the mother in me comes out a little bit, and I just sort of want to say, don't you dare be selfish. To not give back is really a selfish attitude to have, and really you're withholding a lot of blessing and fun for yourself if you don't give. It really is your duty to give back to others, and so don't be selfish. Reach out there and help somebody.